Here's how you slash your marathon time by 42 minutes in 10 weeks. I ran a 4:01 in this marathon and I ran a 3:19 in this marathon, and here's how I did it. First off, I played in the NFL. I retired less than a year ago and got into marathon running. In this marathon, I pretty much went into it with minimal training. I did a couple long runs, none over 13 miles, got to the end, and it was the hardest thing I've ever done. I started off first mile at 8 minutes and 50 seconds, and my last mile was at like 12 minutes, which was brutal. This marathon, 10 weeks later, I ran at a 7:30 pace. There's so many training plans and ways to cut off time, but what I did was I followed a training plan and I incorporated my own tactics. First off, before we even start, if you have a limiting mindset and you don't believe that you can do it, you might as well stop. If you just want to follow the status quo and follow a plan and, slow play it, sure. I set my intention at setting this PR. Got into it and I said, I'm cutting off time. I don't care what it takes. You have to have that first off. Mileage. I increased my mileage double. Leading into my first marathon, I was doing like 10, 15 mile weeks max. Going into this marathon, I was consistently doing 40-mile weeks. That consisted of really only like 2 days off, 5, 6, 7 mile runs consistently during the week, and then a long run on Saturday or Sunday. Here's where I took it to the next level. So many training plans say, hey, have all these easy miles. Like you need to have 80% easy miles. What I did is I listened to my body. So if I had the opportunity to go out and do a run way faster than my race pace, I did it. If it was a 6-mile run and I felt like I could do it at a 7-minute pace instead of my 7:30 race pace, I did it super fast. So that was like at least 1 or 2 of my 5 runs a week were like that, where I was going out and I was sprinting, trying to push myself, going way harder than I probably should have, but I wanted to feel a pace that was really fast to build my confidence. My goal was to increase my mile time, my ability to run faster per mile. So then if I was going a 7:30 race pace, I'm like, this is not an awful pace. I can do this for 26 miles. The other thing that I did that I think was an absolute game changer is on my long runs. So like if I had an 18-mile run, most plans call for do 12 easy miles in that and then do 5 miles at your race pace and then have a cool down mile. That gets you to 18 miles. Instead of doing that, I took 1 warm-up mile and then I did what I'm calling a yo-yo method. So for 18 miles, I would go 1 at a up-tempo rest pace, and then I would do 1 mile that was borderline all out. So my race pace was 7:30. I would do 1 mile at like 7:45, and then I would do another mile at like 6:45. And I would do that for 18 miles back and forth. I call it a yo-yo method. This is what got me a 42-minute PR in 10 weeks.